Hey everyone. All right. So if you run a business or you're thinking about starting a business or you just started a business, you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, or you're thinking about leaving a career, climbing a ladder in growth in the career that you're in, I want to tell you something that might be kind of uncomfortable. The problem that you think you're having is probably not the real problem. So if you're in that mode of I'm trying and there are these obstacles that are in your way, they're probably not telling you the whole story overtly. These are usually problems that are underneath the problems we see. So business owners oftentimes think that they need better staff, they need more systems, they need more strategy, they need more money. And all that could be true. And you might need those things, but they are not going to solve your long term problem because usually underneath all of that, there's something else that's going on. And it's something that's reflecting off of you. Now, I'm going to say that because it's the same if you're an entrepreneur and you're all alone. You might be also faced with this. Like you might be hitting these roadblocks in your sales or in your structure because there's something reflecting off of you. If you're in a career and you're trying to grow and you're trying to move up in your career and you're hitting a roadblock and you maybe are hitting this roadblock in other areas of your life, this is a pattern within you. It's something within how you perceive things, a subconscious program running in the background. And there is no system that's going to fix this. And this is why I speak and work with businesses primarily and entrepreneurs. But this is how I talk to individuals because the patterns we see play out in our lives come from something underneath the problem we think we actually have. So that's what this whole channel is about. I spent nearly 2 decades in an industry that taught me a ton about people and how they operate under pressure. I came out of the world of real estate, and the primary focus of my career was in title insurance. And title insurance, what I found over a long period of time working in it, is run by a majority of women, women who are high functioning, um, control freaks. I don't know a better way to say it. The women who thrive in that atmosphere, they run fast and they work under extreme pressure. It sounds like a boring career, but it's actually one that's filled with a lot of change and pressure. And so I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how people handle that and what it takes and what kind of people, right? I work with neurological wiring. So there's a certain type of person that works really, really well in that and they almost crave it. So I left this career at the very end of 2018 to do what I'm doing now. And that's help small business, help individuals, entrepreneurs. I've worked with couples. I do it all because I love working with human behavior. So I left in 2018 to do this now. And I'm not going to tell you that whole story because it's a good one. And I think it really feeds into everything I've built. And I'll build out a longer series on that because I feel like looking back, there's all these stories, but I digress. But I'm going to say this. The shift that led me here didn't start with a career decision. It didn't start with a system. It started so many years earlier with something that was a lot quieter. And it really had more to do with my identity and the patterns in my operating system than anything else. That was the core of it all. But I'll get into that later. So definitely subscribe here if you want to hear that because I think it's meaningful. So if you're here because you're tired, exhausted with chasing the symptoms, I mean, we're talking about symptoms being people keep leaving. I have teams that can't function on their own. I can't make the sales, whatever they are. Your symptoms are these things that continuously pop up. If you're tired of chasing the symptoms, the staff, the systems, the money, and you're ready to actually see what's underneath it all, you're in the right place. I don't sugarcoat coat anything. It's going to be underneath something and it's going to poke at you. You're you're the problem, so to speak. And it's not that you're broken. We just don't know what we don't know. So if that sounds like you, if you're ready to finally address what the real problem is, you're in the right place. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have all the answers because after years of doing this, I feel like I am still growing, which is what I want. And I hit new things all the time. But I can tell you that in every video, we're going to try to ask a better question. We're going to try to focus on something that isn't the symptom. And we're going to look at what might be going on underneath it. I can share my own experiences uh, with the life that I've lived. I'm 46 years old. I can share the experiences I've seen my clients go through in regards to all the things, whether they're pivoting out of a career and starting something new, or they're overcoming something in a business with a staff of 100, or they're a smaller startup and there's only a few people. The patterns have always been coming from the leader, which has driven the business, whether they're alone or with people. And so I can promise you that every week we're going to find the better question that we need to ask. So follow along, subscribe. I want to see you here. And let's do this one thing, one question, one pattern at a time.